Yeah? News Housing Ombudsman Service. News press release. Housing for Women overhauls processes and safeguards after resident incorrectly told she owed over $10,000 in rent. 10th April 2025. Housing for Women overhauls processes and safeguards after residents incorrectly told she owed over $10,000 in rent. The Housing Ombudsman ordered an independent review of housing for women's rent recovery practice, following a significant failing in its approach to rent arrears and account management. Improvements made by the landlord includes its record keeping, complaint handling, and staff training. The landlord incorrectly told a resident they owed over $10,000 in missed rent payments. It changed the amount to $2,000 following a challenge from the resident and said it would be taking legal action. Yes? Do you know why Sarah Elizabeth Beecham and H.J. Roberts, amongst others, are criminals? This. Two days after Christmas, the resident received a notice seeking possession. Same thing I said. How did it happen? July 2023, I received a possession letter. I never heard about Devon's solicitors. I called the number on the letter to find out what is going on. Is this any different? Is this any different? Is this any different? But what was happening to me during that time? It is July. Is it any different? So why is my case treated differently when I had already complained to the Housing Ombudsman? A legal notice from the court to be evicted from their home. The resident came to the Ombudsman for help when the landlord did not respond to a complaint made to it. My complaint reached stage 2. Housing Ombudsman is party to all of this. Because guess what? I raised complaints against the Housing Ombudsman. I even went as far as now took the Housing Ombudsman to small claims court. In what way is my situation different? District Judge Beecham, you're a criminal, girlfriend. All right. The resident described the landlord's actions as leaving them struggling to cope. What about my situation? What did I say was happening? Brother in hospital, 60th birthday, intensive care. One dying, me the first, high blood pressure, and all whatever was happening to Tom. Was I coping? Coming off of the back of how many years I haven't worked? Come send me to prison. Criminal H.J. Roberts, come send me to prison. Come and evict me from here. Put me out on the street. I was supposed to be out, sent to prison. But because they couldn't find whatever, then District Judge Beecham had a hearing on the 9th of December. And then agreed with Dr. Phil Gregory about psychosis and all that. Is it any different? Come, Earl, come listen to the mad woman. The landlord ignored evidence to show the resident had in fact made the missing payments and requests to access their online rental portal. Mine was wiped until it just recently I got it back. Everything, nothing is there. They said they haven't done this, they haven't done that, and claim that they come to pick up the bed that Mimi Owusu, the one that is calling, sent. In what way is this different, Housing Ombudsman? I am on the resident panel. Richard Blake, where you're going to prison as well. Come and send me to prison. I didn't breach any injunction because there was no injunction to be breached. Where is the order? District Judge Beecham, where is the order? Where is the order? Instead, it continued to take legal action which further affected the residents' mental health. In what way is this different from mine? Come on, District Judge. Come on, District Judge Beecham. In what way? The Ombudsman can order a landlord to review its practices where it believes other residents may be affected by a failing in its service provisions or process. So why didn't you do that, Ombudsman? I'm a member of the resident. Why didn't you do that, Ombudsman? Yeah? The Ombudsman can order a landlord to review its practices where it believes other residents may be affected by failing in its services, provisions, or process. We also use our powers to investigate complaints without a final response. What did I say? My thingy reached stage 2. I even raised complaints against the Ombudsman, the way they handled the situation. Why God wake me up today to come and say you haven't been on live for a while because of these? After attempts to engage with the landlord were ignored and the landlord did not comply with a notice of complaint handling failure, since the review, the landlord has put in place new processes. Okay. I was a member of the scrutiny panel, customer scrutiny panel that was disbanded, the minute taker. Safeguards and staff training to improve the way it manages arrears and complaint handling. The landlord has now revised its complaints procedure to comply with the complaint handling code and adopt a more empathetic approach. This landlord. Yeah? The Ombudsman Spotlight report on attitudes, rights, and respect cited the tone of communication with residents as a major factor that can affect the service the resident receives. Throughout the contact with the resident, the landlord's tone was dismissive, hung up phone on me, and unsympathetic of the resident's lived experiences. Nor was there evidence that the landlord offered support or reassurance in ignore requests to supply information. Isn't that the same as mine, Richard Blakeway? You corrupt bastard. I was on here on the Zoom. The next day, Phil Gregory turned up at my house. They get YouTube to remove evidence when he called my phone. Same like how this idiot calling my phone. Call my phone on a private number. And then saying I must meet up with him so he can correct the defamation that he made. Throughout contact with the resident, the landlord tone was dismissive and unsympathetic of the resident lived experience. As I said to District Judge Dottie Gal in a court, I said I had no intention to retire here. I said it also to the solicitor. But they wanted to stitch me up so they have control over me. My intention was to go back to Jamaica. I wasn't intending to stay so they would get their property. And all I did was speak for myself. But no, they are going to put me on the street. Come put me on the street. Based on this. Because I have my thing here. Yeah? Now was there evidence that the landlord offered support or reassurance and ignore requests to supply information. So now they're going to blame it on one single staff here. The landlord said multiple failings were down to a single staff member that was being performance managed at this time, eventually leading to dismissal. One person get what it can. Who's going to take the can for this? All those involved in this case. With this smug bastard, HHJ Richard Roberts, and District Judge Beecham. So Tristan Slater must be your son, Salter. The landlord also set out that lack of senior management oversight and understanding by finance teams of the rent process played a part in its service failure. People, right now, I am in advance of rent 1,600 odd pounds. Sit down on their thingy there. Sit down on their thingy there. Yeah? Richard Blakeway, you're a bastard, Richard Blakeway. Housing Ombudsman said, throughout this case, the landlord took an adversarial and heavy-handed stance towards the resident, despite her regularly expressing the impact of legal threats were having on her well-being. What did I do? When I got the possession letter, I called. I said, what is this all about? I never heard about Devonshire solicitor. I never know about it. There was a number and an email, and I called the number. And that is put against me for calling. There can be an inherent imbalance of power between resident and landlord, and this case amplifies it, very nearly leading to a family being unfairly evicted. Nearly, but I am in that process, and I could have gone to prison for my rights because the housing ombudsman failed to act, although I'm on their resident panel. Landlords have to do their jobs and residents have obligations to fulfill too. But the landlord's handling was fundamentally flawed, and the complaint is littered with missed opportunities to reflect with a dismissive attitude, including the ombudsman from the outset. Yeah, the ombudsman also is in fault. Even were its actions right, landlords should consider how to adapt the right tone given the life-changing impact that eviction could have. All right. I know many landlords would take an empathetic, person-centered approach, and others should learn from this experience. I also welcome the extensive changes the landlord has made to its record keeping and practice against the complaint handling code following this review. So why am I not given leniency, whatever? And I said I never, antisocial behavior, not me. As rent charges are made for the new financial year, this case shows the importance of regular reviews of rent arrears management. I said I'm in a front 1,000 odd. It also highlights the need for landlord staff to put themselves in the place of a resident. I've had people hang up phone on me, telling me that I'm going to be evicted. I've had it here. I raise complaints. I read stage 2. I even raise complaints against housing. The housing. I even go as far as get myself on the ombudsman panel, resident panel. The day after I was on the panel, Phil Gregory turned up here. Yeah? It also highlights the need for landlord staff to put themselves in place of resident, show empathy, and provide support when working with a resident in arrears or at risk of losing their home. This has never been more important given the current cost of living challenges and demand for affordable housing. What do I say? I have no intention of return here. So eventually I'll be gone. If you go and look somewhere where it says I am telling my family about the state of my mental health because I whatever. Yeah? And I need to get out of this country by the time I'm 60. And now I'm coming up 66 and hoping to go. And I'm facing eviction for nothing that I have done because of the landlord is wrong. And you tell me now, come and put me out of here. Yeah? Yeah? They are at the top of the rung of the ladder and they don't care who they trample on. This is my book. Yes? Yes? So I'm going to do my book. God is not going to let me die. Come and put me out. Come and send me to prison. We hope landlords can take learning from this to assess if their current procedures provide the right support to its residents and have adapted to financial pressures affecting the sector. In all cases where the Ombudsman issues wider order, it provides the landlord an opportunity to share a learning statement. Housing for Women learning statement. Following a severe maladministration order related to our failure to manage a tenant's rent account and respond to the resident's subsequent complaint, an internal review was completed and the following issues were identified. I have not received the order from District Judge Beecham for the possession. So this is going to go into it. This is going to go into it, and I am entitled to a roof over my head until I'm ready to leave here, and I'm entitled to compensation. Keep on ringing. My number is ringing, my number. Yeah? We did not take in account the residents' vulnerability. That's me. There was no senior management oversight of the case. That's me. We repeatedly failed the residents' complaints. That's me. To ensure that this doesn't happen in the future, we have put in place the following policies, procedures, and processes. Develop and implement a new complaints policy and procedure that meets the Ombudsman Complaint Handling Code. Richard Blakeway, you're going to fucking jail as well for this. Develop and implement a new compensation policy that gives staff clear guidance on when compensation should be offered. Yeah? Are you charging me 90K for what I didn't do? You're going to offer me triple that, or as a matter of fact, 23 years of what I've been through because of Debbie Gilchrist. Introduce a new response template for complaint responses, ensuring that staff have clear guidance on how a complaint should be responded to. Ensure all staff have received training on the complaints policies and procedures. Introduce reporting and monitoring of all complaints, ensuring that there's a senior management and board oversight of complaints and that these are being responded to within the Ombudsman published timescale. Fucking Ombudsman, you're going to fucking jail. And why are you going to fucking jail? Because I take out a small claims against you. Update our rent arrears procedure to ensure it covers vulnerable residents and implemented additional steps within the procedure. When managing arrears where we know the resident has a vulnerability, our procedure has also been updated to ensure that the head of housing and customer service must approve the serving of a notice seeking possession before it is served. Yeah? When did I say I called Narin Masira? When I got a possession letter. And they can do what they do. All you fucking bastards will be named. Our head of housing and customer service and head of finance meet on a quarterly basis to ensure that rent payments have been posted to the correct account. We are confident that the lessons learned from this case have made our policies and process more robust and ensure we have introduced effective monitoring of complaints and arrears management, ensuring that our approach to complaint handling and arrears management is robust and puts the customer first. Yeah? Yeah? That is mine. That is mine. Right, so let's read this now. Housing Foreman Mervelee Myers, K02CL827. On the 9th July 2024, Defendant Mervelee Myers admitted 6 breaches of an antisocial behaviour injunction order which was served on the defendant on the 3rd of August 2023. Yeah. On 20th November, whatever, HHA Roberts, Senior Circuit Judge, and whatever, extended the duration of the injunction. All right, let me put this in writing. Yeah? Because you're going to go to fucking prison, you bastard. Yeah? HOUSI. You can put my name out there. SING. Housing for WO. Yeah? Versus Mervelee Myers. So you can put this out there. Keep on calling, darling. So now we're going back to it held. KO 2CL 827 on 9th July 2024, the DEFENDAN MERVELEE Mervelee Myers six BREACHES breaches of an anti-SOC social, okay, BEHAVIOUR injunction order which was served on, so now they had 3rd August, but it's first. Yeah, this is how I'm supposed to live, and this is not whatever. On 28th March 2025, HHJ Richard Roberts Senior CIRCU Circuit Judge Dssignated Civil Judge JUDGE extended the duration of what the fuck this of the injunction, because this injunction is unlawful. Order for 2 WEARS to 19th March 2027 widened the category of persons. How, in what way of persons protected by the injunction? And SENTENCE and sentence the DEFENDANT to the injunction is unlawful. HHJ Richard Roberts has no jurisdiction to approve the judgment of Sarah Elizabeth Beecham. The injunction is unlawful. HHJ Richard Roberts has no jurisdiction to approve the judgment of Sarah Elizabeth Beecham based on the fact I challenge her if Mervelee Myers become HCT Group Impact Report 2016 of 1 in 5 of all suicides are associated with unemployment. She is responsible. HHJ Richard Roberts imposed a civil restraint order on me for trying to get back some of what is owing to me because of the miscarriages of justice by HMCTS. Make reference to https://www.gov.uk Employment Tribunal decisions. Miss M. Myers versus London Early Years Foundation 230047.2016 for more. Yes? What else should I look at? It's like see if I can. Did I see if I can find whatever? This email box is not monitored. Yeah? Everybody's whatever. So all these people. Okay? Right. Do not reply, Housing Ombudsman. 11th of April 2024. Thank you for contacting the Housing Ombudsman Service. This is an automated acknowledgement. Please do not reply to this email. Your email has been received and will be reviewed by a member of our casework team. If a response is required, we will contact you within 15 working days. If a response is same attitude they have, like how I said I take them to complaints. I even take the Housing Ombudsman to court, small claims court. So that we can manage correspondence effectively, please include the unique reference number at the end of emails about your case. We also ask that customers provide only information specifically requested by the Ombudsman. Our website has useful information about the Ombudsman, including resident and landlord portals for general help and advice, as well as training. If you need to discuss the case, you can call us on whatever, 0300 100 111 3000. Lines are open Monday to Friday between 9 and 5, except public holidays. Lines will be closed for staff training every Thursday from 15:30 to 1700. If your query is in relation to requests under the Data Protection Act 2018 or the Freedom of Information Act 2000, please email whatever. If your query is in relation to a complaint about the service, please email. Yeah? If you wish to contact us about another matter, please whatever. If you? Yeah? Please do not reply to this email. I don't know where the rest of the letter is. Yeah? I'm in here. Yeah? The Ombudsman is known better. This is one of 3, but I don't know where the third one is. Yeah? Yeah? I've spent 11 years of my life writing and whatever. And then I get somebody to help. Yeah? So this is what I'm going to read. Mimi also get off my thingy. Come off of here, Mimi also. You stop. Get off here, Mimi also. Get off. Get off my thing, Mimi also. Get off here. You stop calling my phone. How many calls have you made to my phone? Yeah? How many calls have you made to my phone? Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Yeah? How did I know it was her? Yes, I know it's her. How did I know it's her? Yes, because she stopped calling my phone and come in here now to come distract me. Yeah? What I have of it, I don't know where the rest is. I have, it says 1 of 3. I don't know where the third page is, so I'll read the 2 that I have. Mervelee Myers. Let me tell Richard Blakeway he's a fucking criminal also. Yes, keep calling. You have nothing to do, Mimi Awusu, don't call my. Richard Blakeway, you're a fucking criminal. And here's why you're a fucking criminal. Addressee only. Richard Blakeway acting as ombudsman. Housing Ombudsman Service, P.O. Box 1484, Unit D, Preston, PRO, PR2, OET, crime number. CRIME. Crime number 42211. Notice and demand. Dear Richard Blakeway, acting as Ombudsman, thank you for your recent response to an unsigned sheet of paper by an unidentified member of your staff. I must formally object in the strongest terms to your attempt to absolve your statutory responsibilities under the guise of alleged court proceedings, for which no lawful evidence has been produced, or verified by you nor the other informants. Your statement. The landlord said there were legal proceedings regarding the antisocial behavior, so it was no longer being dealt with as a complaint. The matter would be dealt with by the courts. You were just said about whatever to be done before going to court. Paragraph 441C of the scheme applies, is unsubstantiated and amounts to knowingly acting upon hearsay in a matter involving serious harm, distress, and abuse of legal process. What did I say? It reads stage 2 to the ombudsman. I took out a complaint also against the ombudsman. I've taken the ombudsman to court. Where is the court order? As of today, I have never been served with any proceeding issued by Clerkenwell and Shoreditch County Court or any other court of record as required by law, Part 6 of the Civil Procedures Rule, CPR. Despite multiple written requests, no party has provided a single piece of verifiable sealed court documentation. Not you, not the landlord, not their solicitors, and not the court. Therefore, your reliance on unverified court proceedings without disclosure of the claim form, particulars of claim, sealed hearing notice, or judgment. Have I received a judgment? In the possession case, no. But criminal H.H.R. Roberts can go hide it or whatever. Have I received? No. So District Judge Beecham, you're a criminal, and your son, Tristan Salter. Therefore, your reliance on unverified court proceedings without disclosure of the claim form, particulars of claim, sealed hearing notices or judgment is wholly improper, unethical, and potentially unlawful. Knowingly acting without authority is criminal. This is not a civil matter. By continuing to participate in this charade, you are gaslighting a vulnerable person, relying on false legal authority, causing emotional injury, endangering health and safety, enabling financial and reputational harm, acting in collusion with third parties to intimidate, isolate, and silence. These actions mirror the tactics of organized extortion and fall under the definition of criminal conspiracy as outlined. I'm trying to find the third page. Yeah? I need scans. Telling me now my items match my thingy. Oh, shit. Oh, here it is. I need to open. Okay. Right. I might find it here, people. Sometimes my head. Yeah? These actions mirror the tactics of organized extortion and fall under the definition of criminal conspiracy as outlined. Fraud Act 2006, Section 2 and Section 4, false representation and abuse of position. Serious Crime Act 2007. I leave out the whatever. Forging judicial authority. Misconduct in public office. Protection from harassment. No. Yeah, protection from harassment. Additionally, your actions may breach Health and Safety at Work Act, such as Act 1974, causing foreseeable mental injury, alarm, and humiliation, particularly during periods of religious observance and vulnerability. Case law authorities, yeah, Guardian News and whatever, McFoy versus whatever, Emmerich versus whatever. This is part of a national scandal. Court order scams. Can't see it. It's so funny. Can't see people. Can't see it. And if it's this. I'm going to say it's this one. I'm going to try, people. Don't know if it's this one. Yes. Spot on. Would be nice if I could get it up in here, but I don't know how to bring it up in here. Yeah, so I need 3. Your behavior contributes to a widespread and well-documented national issue where false court authorities used to abuse, evict, and defraud the public, often with the complicity of court officers, councils, and ombudsman bodies. This scandal is being actively investigated and reported at https bit whatever. The victims of these fabricated claims include mothers, NHS workers, disabled persons, and Miss H. Presley, and children, many of whom were never lawfully served and yet subjected to enforcement, humiliation, and harm under fabricated legal pretext. My formal demands. In light of the above, I now require a copy of the sealed court claim, hearing notice of issue, and the particulars of claim upon which your reliance is based. A written apology and retraction of your decision to close the matter based on hearsay, reinstatement of complaint and referral to an independent and adjudicator, pending the production of lawful court documents. Confirmation that you will cease colluding with third parties who refuse to produce court authorized evidence. Next step, if ignored, failure to comply will lead to escalation to the Parliamentary and Health Service. They not good, they call me because they're there to do whatever. They only yes, no, or whatever. Referral to the Information Commissioner's Office. Public disclosure through legal campaign and media platforms, a possible private criminal prosecution for misconduct, fraud, and conspiracy. Referral to the Scambuster TV Judicial Fraud Team. Final word, you're reminded that your duty is to uphold justice, not facilitate institutional wrongdoing. The Housing Ombudsman scheme is not exempt from law and cannot lawfully use court action as a cover for inaction in the face of abuse, especially when the court action is a fabrication. I await your full response within 7 days, failing which this correspondence may be relied upon in future proceedings and published in the public interest. So when criminal HHJ, whatever is telling me, whatever, you done, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? You? What did you do? Huh? Let's see if I can get this on here. View channel. Yeah, I'm not letting it go too long. I'm trying something, people. I'm trying something because something has to be done. Right. That uploaded. The thumbnail is uploaded. All right, let me do details. Right? You can't Peter and mother me. The H the Housing for Women and Housing Ombudsman and NHS and Metropolitan Police right. The Housing Ombuds and Housing for Women and Housing Ombudsman and NHS and Metropolitan Police Fight for Justice 2025. Thanks for the like. Yeah? Because something is going to come and take me out of here. I'm a vulnerable person and there's enough information out there, including the fact I am on the Housing Ombudsman panel. What else am I coming with? I'm triggered, people. So the housing ombudsman is party to housing for women and scam. Yeah? Terrorism. Or whatever ism it is. Yeah? Come and take me out here until I can leave this fucking racist, pedophile-ridden country where a man is in here, targeted me, and a sick woman is in here trying to murder me. And police or ambulance coming here to work with them. Yeah? Richard Blakeway is a fucking criminal. You want to know why Richard Blakeway is a fucking criminal? Because after I take out a claim, yeah? I'll tell you why Richard Blakeway is a fucking criminal. Like those of who or whatever. Darvo. Deny, attack, reverse, victim offender, gaslighting, narcissistic. You see me sit down in here? There's a lot of research me do. You see me sit down in here? $11 years I'm in here. Yeah? Lord, oh my Lord, make me an instrument of my peace. I sit in here and I write. Come and take this place until I can pack up my things and go. Come and take it. And then the world is going to know who was the face of Winrush 70. And how the face of Winrush 70 can be going through this. And how my husband was neglected on Byron Ward. And how I was manhandled by white racist terrorist African nurse Betty Call. And how did I get 700K views on one of the videos I posted of my husband? Like I get 110K the last time I saw of this terrorist evil bitch. On Instagram. And Instagram stopped me from commenting. No, I'm not dead yet. And when I die, it won't be by my hand. Because God doesn't allow me to take my life. God created me for a purpose. Maybe my purpose is to suffer. Who knows? That's why I hardly have any teeth down the bottom. Who knows? Don't you see I endure the ringing of my phone? Yes, first time it would bother me. Don't anymore. I'm immune to those things. When I have bulgur cook in my kitchen, I cook it yesterday and it's belly full. Lord, oh my Lord. Yeah? The name of this motherfucker at Silver Lock Medical Center, Dr. I. Mukhtar. To ignore evil is to become an accomplice to it. Martin Luther King. So you see me sit down in here. To ignore evil is to become an accomplice. How is this person who is out there doing all these things? You provoke me and I curse. I didn't lick anybody. And who is that crab louse H.J. Roberts protecting from? Remember, boy, you first come trouble me, you put civil restraint hard upon me. An accomplice to it. Martin Luther King. I'm not functioning today, but I'm functioning. So let me put some things in here so you know. Motherfucking Richard Blakeway. (1981) Brixton riot. I sit down and hear information. I know it's not gonna keep in my head. I write it down. Claudia Jones, creator of West Indian Gazette Black History Museum, 1976 Peace Concert, Manly and Siaga. Yeah? And the other one, Val McCullough, she used to publish from Blue Star House. And that's where, whatever. And then Voice and Garfield Robinson and all of them. So then when I write about them, Omar Harris, Brixton riot. See? Why do I write things down? Notting Hill Carnival, 50s race riot. Yeah? Yeah? Help with fees reference. I sit down in here, I take out my things. So dirty thief in crab louse, HHJ Richard Roberts. Who trouble who first? Did I trouble you? No, you put civil restraint order when I'm trying to get back some of what's owing to me. So me never trouble you first. Yeah? So let me put certain things out there. Housing Ombudsman. HOSINSIGHT insight at HOUSING dash OMBUDS man.org.uk for more. So they contact what my family don't let them stay. They are sad. That's what my family has. Sad. Fucking sad. Yeah? These are they. You have perverts and pedophile. Email CONTACT. Yeah? So who are OCMC at justice Yeah? So when you say me call on a number, or whatever, if you didn't send it come here, I wouldn't know what to call at justice.gov.uk. So people can know where to get in touch with the motherfuckers. Telephone 0300. You're going to fucking send me to prison for my rights. Who was looking after my husband? 7050. Who was looking after my husband? You want to tell me who was looking after him? 0300 123 0300 space it 123. Yeah? Who was looking after my husband? Yeah? Sitting here and take out claims. Because they what's rightfully mine. Davro, deny attack, reverse victim offender. Gaslighting, narcissistic. Yeah? So let's put out the claim now. DAVRO. DENY. Attack. What sort of life am I living? Writing to defend myself, and then I am not supposed to. Some little idiot boy will send me river. Put civil restraint order on me. What me and you have for you put civil restraint order on me? You just go choose my name, sir. We not done no research. Victim offender. Yeah? Gaslighting, narcissistic. I put these words there because they mean something. So this is my first, this is when the first thing was taken out. Yeah? My first complaint. Landlord. That's the number. 2022, that would be the year. 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. 52. Yeah? That's the first complaint. So how did it reach down to 2023? When and in it is about antisocial behavior. How did the antisocial behavior come around to me? Yeah? And then after that now, that's when they said they do the other one. So this is the one he's referring to. That one reached stage 2. And then now they say they start over now. And they say they take me to court. Me should have taken them to court. No, instead they take me to court. Come put me out a door. Me advocating on behalf of others. Why wasn't I doing antisocial behavior then? So then now this one is the 2024. 2024. You see I'm 0, 4 times. Yeah? Because you don't think me idiot, me not write down things like you write the thing for whatever. Yeah? So it's 2 of them. And 2024, 1, 2, 3, 4, 273. 273. Yeah? Me a idiot. Yeah? Me a idiot. HOS HOUSI housing /OMBUD. No human being should be living the way I'm doing. How long did she spend calling my phone? Did you see me break? No. Did you see me break? No. First time would have been broken. But no. That gov DELIVE. All right. Okay, me talk too early. She sit down there. She don't have nothing more to do. She don't have that manic titty for go play with today. Today a Femi Sabbath. Yeah? Right. Where did I say I am? On the residence panel. Housing Ombudsman resident panel. I am there. Yeah? RESIDENT. Resident PANEL. The man look like a drunko. I saw you heard that word. Drunko, he look like Richard Harty. Richard Blakely. Come send me a prison for me truth. Thiefing dirty man who puts restraint order on me. Resident panel at HOUSING housing OMBUDS. Man, how did I get these? Did I go somewhere and steal them? No. Richard Blakely is a cruff. You's a cruff, Richard Blakely. That allow vulnerable people to be treated like this. Yeah? See, I put resident panel. I'm on resident panel. Yeah? So see, I take out all these. Yeah? And they have them sit down on them. I'm going to look for the one for the crab blouse. Drunk or Richard Blakely. Everywhere you can think of, I've been there. I didn't just sit down and say, you know what? I am not going. Because everywhere they send me. Anywhere they send me, I go. That's one thing they can't say. I did send you to this to get help and you didn't. So when they're talking about what they done for me, they are fucking wrong. Housing for women, you are fucking wrong. So see the case number for housing ombudsman. Yeah, I said I sit in here. So how could a person who don't have whatever, and then you come put restraint order on me? Housing ombudsman 570MC 490. You get somebody named Chuck Shung. A combo, you contact me about whatever. You're probably a pedophile too. Because that's the only word I can come up with for the match, you know. Yeah? District Judge Etherin. Yeah? Let me put your name there too. Anything in my thingy? Make it go out in a public. District Judge E.T. Etherington. Yeah? Let me put on a name, Panny. For me have it on a book. And I'm a fucking criminal. Yeah? See, I put here robbery in Peckham. All know till time dead and gone. You know, sort out nothing. But you keep sending and sending. Yeah? One of them that they strike out where they put civil restraint, Nexus Health Center. I don't have a GP. Yeah? Yeah? Here it is. What did I say? I take out a claim against housing ombudsman, like others. If you sit down in here and get back. Yeah? See where I write MCP property, they say they have never done anything. Case ID, stage 1 complaint, housing ombudsman. Me an idiot. Case. If I never have this to do, I'd probably become 1 in 5 of all suicides associated with unemployment. But I did not. Case ID 2023 4 2 9 4 3 STAGE stage 1 complaint. Yeah, you have pedophiles and rapists and racists and murderers in government in the early years. Housing Ombudsman Service, 26th of the 4th, 2024. That's why when you take out your motherfucker of the 4th, 24, a year later, you send me a prison. HP safeguarding. So that's my other colleague where they're doing the same thing. Yeah? Death of Kevin Clark. Yeah? See, all these is HP thingy. So it's me and she working. But we cannot, whatever. Because of the way how yeah? Simone kid. Yeah? So this is my job today. When I can take some of the thing, but at least I have something down in me. Yeah? This is my book I have. Yeah? So the person who done the thing, he was Ranan Khan, advice lettery, whatever. I got to what I said. And the solicitor sent yeah, social care and education complaint. I do everything. Yeah, I contacted Bishop of Dover. Yeah, here they are. And Crablows come. Yeah, see where I write out the stages because they said they were gonna do something or other. Then I don't hear from them. That's what they do. Yeah, see the reference there. So you think that I'm not gonna must stop feel up demonic titty so you come back. You stop feel up demonic titty so you come back. You no think me I go pay you no for do whatever. And pay nobody for nothing. Not even send them via email. Next year. I don't need them. My thing is staying alive. Because the entire UK, the pedophiles and the rapists and the racists, they will be named. You think you won't be named? Yes, you're going to be named. You are going to be named pedophiles and rapists and racists. You will be named. This is how I'm supposed to be living, isn't it? Okay. Let's live like this. Let's live like this. The thing is about living. I'm not living the best, but I'm alive. Richard Blakeway of Housing Ombudsman will be jailed for failures to do with tenants and District Judge Beecham and H.H.J. Richard Roberts head those Mervelee Myers need see who me put there? My little boy playing football. No, cricket. My boy playing cricket. Is my son gonna be having a constituency? Yeah? See this one near him? Yeah? He was at ministry, Michael Gove. Was at education when I was at leave and housing when housing, yeah? Started this. Metropolitan Police Federation. Marcoli pedophiles and whatever. Or racists and terrorists and haters and murderers. Let me do housing for women today and all I can do. I'm shut down. I'm shut down. I can't comment on Instagram where I have how many. Yeah? I can't comment. Stop me from coming. That's the little board house. At the time, or in progress of whatever. And you really think you get away, yeah? Yeah? You really think you get away, Richard Roberts? You really think you got away, Richard Roberts? and criminal Sarah Elizabeth Beecham. You got away, did you? Right. Is it showing? Yeah, man. Who is there playing? Who is playing cricket? Who is playing cricket? Who is playing cricket? Who is playing the cricket? Who is playing the cricket? Who is playing cricket? My son. Right. The crab son galon. You wipe me out. You wipe me out. Who is Andrew Wallace? Who the fuck is Andrew Holness? Maybe another fucking pedophile. If you can do whatever you do, I can do the fucking same thing. Andrew Holness, if you can do fucking what you did. Separated my boys. And now my idiot boy, I tell the boy, fucking asshole boy. Go, he said he wants his doctorate. Go get your doctorate. But nobody can take liberty here. You're gone under them fucking corrupt regime. For fucking Facebook thing, me I go come spend money. This is how I'm expected to live. Yeah? Let me live. My brother set me up. Boy on phone. Boy on phone when I had to. What's happening? Boy on phone when I had to share. Share. I had to barricade myself in here. And I said, Irvin, can you help me to make something to say you were on the phone? My brother said he's not helping me because he can't help. Right. Okay. All right. So my post is not visible to anyone. So what's the point? Yeah? What is the point? Right. It's invalid. Yeah? Right. It's invalid. It's invalid. So you understand why people have to be strong. Yeah? You understand why people have to be strong. Yeah? Why people have to be strong? Because if I didn't have this, although I'm cut out, where I haven't been here for when, but I come today. It's okay. At least my thing is going. It will be there. Will it not be there? Yes, it will be there. Will it not be there? Yes, it will be there. What me just done? What me just done? You are Eve, that's all I know. All my family that leave me to be in this situation, you are properly. But when I put this there, when I'm dead and gone, it will be there. But when I put this there, when I'm dead and gone, it will be there. I can feel the bitterness, but at least something is down me. I can feel the bitterness, but at least something is down. That's all I have to go on. Go on. Just keep going. Don't give up. Something will happen. Something will happen. At least I'm alive. At least I'm alive. Okay. So Mr. Kevin Murray must be hiding. Okay. So Mr. Kevin Murray must be hiding. Mr. Kevin Murray must be hiding. He's hiding from me. Mr. Kevin Murray must be hiding. He's hiding from me. Yeah? Hiding. Hiding. The worthless boy. Yeah? Worthless dirty boy. Hiding. The worthless boy. Worthless dirty boy. If give them something to think about. Let me finish this one. If give them something to think about. Let me finish this one. Yeah? You have your mother. You come and you take what your mother have. You come and you take what your mother have. Is this a video? Is this a video? Crab blouse. Think God asleep. Crab blouse. Now wait a minute. Now wait a minute. Your video is ready to be watched. No, nothing with you now. Let me make sure I copy this. This is how I'm supposed to live. Let me live. Yeah, call again, darling. It's sad.